Here.
Councilman Reimer.
Here.
Councilwoman Walker.
Here.
Mayor Mullins.
Here.
You have a quorum, sir.
Thank you, Margie. Y'all please stand. Councilman Reimer can lead us in a word of prayer. Thank you, Councilman.
Heavenly Father, we thank you for this beautiful day you've given us and to watch Carol over each one of us so we can be here this evening. We ask you to be with us in our meeting tonight, be with everything that's said and done. These things we ask in your name and amen.
Thank you, Councilman. Before we do the pledge of allegiance, I also want to just read, please keep Bob Anderson in your prayers. He's not doing very well. So I went to see him yesterday, and it's not good news. So keep him in your prayers tonight. Please appreciate it. Pledge of allegiance, Margie.
I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Margie. Need a motion to approve the minutes of the previous meeting, please. Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed? Motion passes. City's monthly financial statement. Council Cybolt.
Make a motion to accept it as it was presented.
Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Wolford. Any discussion on that? All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Petitions, communications, and public hearings. Item A is a public hearing. Where's Karen? Or Michael? There's Karen. I thought I saw you coming. I didn't know Mike was here. You switched on me there. So I didn't think you were going to be here because I saw Karen walk in. Anyway, item A is to have a public hearing for the ordinance permitting the execution of a deed exchange regarding the alley near Kentucky Street, which is a property swap for a new economic development project in that area. And it's an equal property swap, if I remember right.
Very close.
Very close. So we'll open the floor for a public hearing. Does anybody have any comments or questions on this particular issue? Yes.
What's the address, Mayor?
There's not an address. It's an alley. It's on Kentucky Street. It's basically, Bud, what it is that there's an economic development where Textile Mills was.
Yeah.
There's going to be a new speedway there.
Right.
And we're doing a property swap with them to facilitate that particular project.
Yeah, I talked to Susan, the one over here. I asked her if she's going to get promoted there. She said, that's not a promotion, and no.
But that's what it is. It's just an equal swap. It's kind of similar to what we did with Sheets when Sheets went in. So, any other comments from the public? Questions? Okay, thank you all. We'll close the public hearing then. Item B, if you'd read the title, please, Margie.
An ordinance permitting the execution of a deed of exchange, closing part of an alley and creating an alley near Kentucky Street.
It's the second reading. Is there a motion to adopt?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Councilwoman Walker. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Item C is to approve poll workers for the city's general election. Is there anything we need to do on this, Marge?
Just
Okay.
give me a motion and a second,
Okay, is there a
please.
motion to approve the poll workers for the general election?
I make a motion.
Is there a second? Second by Councilman Ryan. Any discussion on that? All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion passes.
Thank you.
Item D is to recognize Denise Norris with the Youth Services Librarian for the South Charleston Public Library. Denise?
Good evening.
Who's doing a great job, by the way. A lot of energy. A lot of energy. Doing a great job.
Thank you so very much. I appreciate a few minutes of your time just to share with everybody. I left cards at everybody's station about the summer reading programs that are getting ready to start Saturday, right after the Armed Forces Day Parade. We are very fortunate to have some space in front of the library. We're inviting the middle school band to come out and play, have some local businesses doing some things out there for us as well. And then everybody can come and sign up for summer reading. Easy process. We've had significant growth in number of readers at the youth level as well as the adult level. We're getting a lot of new library cards and a lot of new initiatives and partnerships within the community. So we thank you for your support and let us know what your library can do for you because that's what we're here for. So thank you for your time.
Sure. Anybody have any questions for Denise before she sits down?
I just would like to thank her because I'm involved with the program she's doing at the middle school, and they have really stepped up and done a great job to get involved with the middle school kids and have them opportunities to better their grades and be somewhere after school that's productive, and that's a very big blessing for us.
Yeah, they have done a good job over there, and I appreciated that. It's been really successful, Jamie.
It's great. I mean,
Yeah.
it's moving ahead full steam. It's just the crew that we have.
They're
the team,
amazing.
It's just unbelievable where it's going.
Good deal.
Mayor,
Yes.
I did see one complaint on Facebook. They said that someone says, I'm protesting that we want an adult summer reading program with ice cream.
We already have responded to that, because everyone in the community is invited to that.
Get the ice cream, there you go, there you
We're
go.
signing up adults and kids this Saturday.
I find that on our meetings up at the golf course that we have for economic development stuff, the better the menu, the better the attendance.
That's exactly
So there you go.
right.
So anyway, but thank you all, appreciate what you do, thank you very much. Item E is to approve the closing of D Street and Fourth Avenue for the library's Armed Forces Day activities. So is there a motion to do that?
So moved.
Is there a second? Seconded by Councilwoman Walker. Any discussion on that issue? All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion passes.
I don't know something that's on my desk.
Okay. Consideration of any bids. Councilman
None
Sabol,
this evening, sir.
not spending any money tonight, huh?
No, sir.
Okay, all right.
We're ahead of the game, we're gonna stay that way.
Oh, I've got this. Sis, thank you. I'm sorry, we're at the department head reports. Department heads, anybody have anything? Gerald, how'd the cleanup
It
go?
went really well.
Good. It always rains,
I know.
you know? It seems
Both
like,
days.
yeah,
Both
yeah.
times, yeah.
But it went really well.
So the east end is tomorrow, I mean
No,
Saturday.
It's over.
Oh, that is, okay, I'm sorry. I'm 1 week behind. Okay, I apologize.
Yeah.
Okay,
And hopefully next week we'll have the tonnage for you.
okay,
This
good.
weekend's the parade.
That's right, I understand, I know that. I got 40,000 things going through my head, but, okay. Department head reports, anybody? Council members, yes, sir.
I have
Council.
a question. I noticed that we've had a lot of houses torn down, and I'd like to ask Mr. DeBar, do you have a number on how many houses we've demolished here in South Charleston?
Yes, sir. I counted that just a few weeks ago, actually, for another matter. That had to do with the sanitary board, actually. But since July of 2007, there have been 217 houses demolished in the city of South Charleston.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive when you break the numbers down.
I did not anticipate that.
217.
217, that's pretty aggressive.
And everyone that you tear down, the two gentlemen sitting next to you, it helps their department.
Yeah.
The police and fire, they don't have to deal with everything that goes on there.
And
We have I have 13 right now that agreements are signed, ready to be torn down. Gerald and I can work probably till end of July or 1st of August just on houses, because it takes about a week to do one. So we've got
Does it take a
13 in my
complete
hand
week
right
to do
now.
I can tell you this too, Mark, I just signed the sale agreement on 2 up for Councilman Lilly on Central, and,
on Richmond Road.
then Richmond Road, we got another one we're getting ready to do, and also we have a big apartment complex on the corner of Tremont and Prospect that we're in the process of closing on too. Same kind of scenario, there'll be a great benefit to those folks in those neighborhoods once we get it done. Almost similar to one we did on Tremont back in my first term. So those things are neighborhood successes. And Steve's done a good job, thanks to you guys agreeing to pass the legislation we introduced under being a home rule city, on how to deal with drug issues in our city too. I can't remember that number now, Steve gave me a report on it, but it was pretty impressive just here recently how we've dealt with drug issues in our community.
Well, I know he's taking care of 3 of them alone in my ward.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, in fact, I just condemned one in Pennsylvania yesterday.
So we're up to 4. All right.
We're gonna tear another one down tomorrow.
And you got,
And your
hey,
award on Indiana, yeah. That's,
and also, Mr. Bergey's crews, cutting the grass out there, the city looks good. I mean, the piece of property that, next to my house, they came in there and it was like bang, 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 and they were gone, and the grass was cut, it looks good.
We still got a big list.
A big list.
You still got a big list? Well, keep up the good work.
Yeah, yeah. Yes, sir.
I've amazingly gotten back involved with South Charleston Little League after 30 years. Keep doing it. Got grandbabies up there. The park is just unbelievable. I know we have some situations with the road, but I'm talking about the facilities themselves. Being back up there again and seeing what we have and hearing the comments from people that come from out of town, it's definitely brings great reviews every time we're up there.
I'm glad you mentioned that. I would have probably forgot to tell you guys this. I mentioned at the CVB meeting, we have been, so actually they came to us, the West Virginia SSAC has approached us about being the host city for the girls' state championship softball tournament, and they love our facilities. They want us to put a bid in for it. Right now it's currently in Vienna, And, but they've asked us to put in a bid, and the fact that they came to us and made that request is pretty good. So I mean, I don't know if we're gonna get it or not. We feel good about it. Gerald's gonna work with, Vicky at the CVB and probably Rick and everybody, and we'll put in a bid and hopefully receive that. It's a 3-year commitment, and, would be a great tournament for us to host, and puts heads into beds in our hotels and fills our restaurants and does all those good things hopefully we'll get that. And I feel pretty good about it. Did you get the bid package? Okay.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, it is. So it's been in Vienna for a long time. I mean, even when I coached back in the day, that's where it was at then.
That was a long time.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. But,
They had lights.
yeah, well, no, actually, they weren't LED though, I can promise you that. But anyway, I'm glad you mentioned that, because that reminded me to share that with you folks. That's a good thing,
Well,
so.
we've already met with them and had a good visit with them, and they were very positive.
Yeah, and the Rock is hosting the 12-year-old state.
Yeah, we will host a Little League 12-year-old state tournament this year also. It rotates every 7 years. There's 8 districts in the city, so every 7th year, we'll get it, or 8th year, I'm sorry, we'll get it. And so they don't even bid that out anymore. When it comes to our District 3, it just goes to South
They
Charleston.
just call you up and say it's done.
They just call us up and say, you guys got it. So that's a good thing too. Anybody got, yes, sir, yes, Chief.
Our sound alarm campaign was successful. We installed over 314 smoke alarms throughout.
Oh,
the
wow.
Wow.
Wow, that's good.
city. So
That's incredible. Thank you
That's
so
good.
a
much
lot
for
of
doing
houses
that.
protected now.
Yeah,
Thank you.
that is good.
That is a great program.
Yeah, it is a great program. It is. Anything else, department heads? Anybody?
I will say early voting starts in the morning.
Early voting starts in the morning. That's
8 o'clock
right.
in the morning.
And let me say too, I do want to make this comment because I want to give a shout out to Vicky Vaughn and the CVB.
Oh, and
If you turn the corner at D Street and look at our community and our city right now, and it doesn't excite you or make your heartbeat jump a little bit, you're in the wrong business. The patriotism that we see downtown is amazing. Our city looks great. It's as much participation that I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And that credit goes to Vicky and her staff and the CVB, because they're the ones that energized everybody. All I got to do was, they came to me and all I had to do was say yes. They did all the heavy lifting. So I want to give them credit for that and give them a pat on the back, which I did yesterday at their CVB meeting, but I wanted to share that with you guys too, that, like I say,
That's amazing.
it does look good. It really does. It really
Weather
does.
forecast is going to.
Beautiful.
Beautiful day.
Beautiful.
Good.
You better have lots of ice cream, Denise.
Yeah.
And early voting is on Saturday.
Yeah, early
Yeah.
voting.
Yeah.
They can have ice cream and come vote.
Right, that's right. Have ice cream, come and vote. There you go.
What a deal.
Is there any more comments or questions for department heads? Yes, Councilman Sabo. You're fine.
This is for both chiefs. Have you all heard of the True Narc Analyzer?
The who?
True Narc Analyzer. It's made by Thermo Fisher Scientific. It's a handheld device that you can put any compound out on this desk, shoot it at it, and it will tell you if it's fentanyl, if it's heroin, if it's powdered sugar, if it's salt, or whatever. They're rather expensive. I sat in on a webinar on it. I've got information coming for both of you all, because first responders so many times run into stuff that's on people they don't know, the officers. There are grants out there and everything for them. Like I said, they are expensive. This came from my son in Minot, being what he is. They're about $25,000 a piece. The state of Minot just got 200 of them on a grant that they distributed throughout the communities and the state police and whatnot. But when I saw this, I thought of you guys, because we do have such, in the world we live in, you never know what you're touching, what you're seeing, what you're breathing. And this thing is really cool. I sat in on the webinar and watched how it worked. And it can even tell you if you do a cocaine bust and it's laced with fentanyl, it'll break it out that there's both compounds. So you know what you're dealing with, kind of as an instant-on thing for you guys. So when I get that package to you all, I want to sit down and look at it with everybody and see, because it's just another way to protect our guys.
Interesting.
Does it actually, I mean, they got to put that in the machine, don't they?
Huh?
You're saying they just pointed it?
They can actually, this is actually a point and shoot. They don't have to analyze it, not like what you're doing now with your packet.
Right.
It's actually reading the compound.
Charleston has a machine like that, photo spectrum, and it does the same thing.
Huh,
Pretty
interesting.
It'll break it down to the specific chemical,
Yeah,
basically dissects it and tells you every chemical that's involved.
Wow. Interesting.
and there is a similar machine for hazmat spills, which I did, but if so you get on one, you know, you're waiting for the MSDS to come in, you can actually test on site with it. But this is the one I was liked.
Good deal. Well, thank you, Jamie. Appreciate that. Anybody else, any comments or questions, department heads? And before we close, I want to make sure I see everybody Saturday at the parade. See everybody the 23rd for our groundbreaking at the Fly Ash Pond. I hope you guys can attend that. And again, please, I went down to see Bob yesterday, and once again, I want to reiterate, please keep him in your thoughts and prayers, because it's not good. So he was in good spirits. We had a good conversation, and laughed a little bit, but he needs your prayers.
And not to take away from Bob, but another person that's involved on our boards and stuff like that, Sam Femia,
Yeah.
has had another bad diagnosis. They're going to be operating on him. So,
Yeah. So anyway, okay. Anything else? Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second? All in favor? Whoa, time. Nope. Motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second? All in favor? Meeting adjourned. Yeah, tough.
They'll label it.